This is me at Elwood Elementary, thinking about how happy I am to be a student teacher and change the lives of children every day. But this is also me at Elwood, trying to figure out how I can successfully integrate technology into my classroom and instruction. You see, I've been frustrated with the technology I've encountered at Elwood this year, and there are two main reasons why. The first reason is that most of the technology I've seen at Elwood is used simply as a substitute for paper. This often takes the form of teachers having students type their essays instead of write them, or using Google Classroom to assign activities instead of just handing them paper copies. Though this technique does use technology, it really doesn't add much to instruction. The other reason I've been frustrated is because when technology isn't being used as a paper substitute, it typically is just used as a time filler. I've witnessed many teachers have technology used when students go to Lexia or Freckle whenever there's free time. And again, while this uses technology, it really doesn't do much other than fill time in between lessons. After witnessing both of these, I was left asking, aren't there any better ways to use technology that actually change the way we're teaching? But then, I had a breakthrough. I could use augmented and virtual reality in my classroom as a way to integrate technology and keep my students engaged. This idea seemed perfect because it would add elements to my lessons that simply could not be accomplished without technology, and it would get students excited about the material because it was being presented in a way they had never seen before. After searching for the best way to implement this, I discovered the Google Expeditions app. Google Expeditions provides virtual and augmented reality tours of tons of places, animals, historical events, and much, much more. Once I started exploring the app, I found various augmented reality lessons that I could use in upcoming weeks because they tied into the content my students would be learning at that time. My plan is to start each of my language arts lessons over the next week, all of which focus on nature and animal life, by displaying the augmented reality images on the TV. These images would be placed on students' desks, which would fully immerse them in each animal's environment, as they could see themselves next to the animals on the TV screen. Next, students would make observations about the animals and share these with a partner. Our class typically does these I see, I think, I wonder observations with pictures or videos, but using the augmented reality images would provide a deeper look at the animals than a two-dimensional picture could. These images would then stay up during the entire lesson, and whenever we encountered a particular animal in the text, we would take a look at the animal in augmented reality. To measure the impact of this project on students, I plan to individually ask them to list some ways they can use technology to learn. My expectations were that students would list traditional technologies such as typing or Lexia before implementation, and then expand their answers to include more advanced technology, such as augmented reality, when I asked them post-project. Overall, I was hopeful that this project would help students and teachers see that there were more creative ways to use technology when learning. But then, tragedy struck. Unfortunately, I was unable to implement my plan due to the crazy scheduling that comes along with running a combo class. Though the augmented reality lessons I had planned for during language arts were with my second grade students, I ended up having to teach first grade language arts, which covered completely different concepts that did not relate to any of the augmented reality lessons. Instead, I interviewed my CT about her experience with the problem I identified. She totally agreed that this problem is prevalent at our school, but explained that the pressure to stay aligned with curriculum, the lack of free instructional time, and not having one-to-one iPads makes it very difficult to creatively integrate technology into instruction. Despite this, she is excited to keep trying using Google Expeditions in future lessons, with a suggestion that we give students a chance to explore the app and augmented reality features once I have modeled how to use it. In the end, I think Elwood could definitely benefit from an implementation of more advanced and creative technologies, and I hope to test these out during my remaining time at the school.